Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Minnesota Golden Gophers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Gophers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Northwestern right back to the line.
Third down coming up.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? You get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch near the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Minnesota's offense will go to work for the first time today. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Abraham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll go to the sneak. The Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Northwestern wants to go quickly. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? Now, we've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Handoff from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
2nd down coming up.
Off the boot, looking for his man. It's complete on the right side. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this off...
Pick off! What a play to set him up! Sudden change on the turnover. Man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field.
Green 25.
Going right to work up top. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's sacked. Touchdown, Wildcats. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
14, Minnesota, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Finds its way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
On the option. Now the pitch. The Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's sacked.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up 4th.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Avery. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The give on the inside. Makes it past the marker. On the move at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 10 over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Avery. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Well, this guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
To the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front to get on those defensive line.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
He's got his man. He's stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The run from the shotgun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Northwestern right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Heaves it on the run. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Northwestern. Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
And that shows you the importance of the run game and balance on offense. They run the football. Next play, they come back. Safeties, linebackers, bite on the run, opens up the big pass down the field. He catches it, and he glides into the end zone for 6.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board.
Minnesota 20.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The give to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll field the punt and look for room. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. On target. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprint?
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off-play action on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Northwestern wants to go quickly. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Here on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Oh, they're after him. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Dead center perfect. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Loss of 7 yards on the play.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Here's the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Hauls it in. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Golden Gophers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The inside handoff. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Minnesota! They take the lead with the 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by just 2 over Notre Dame. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you are sending a clear message to this offense that this second half ain't going to be easy.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it? Hauls it in the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Watson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
On the run, it's Avery. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll try the run. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He'll toss it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
A 3rd down try for the offense. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down.
Snead gets it done. That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Akers. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking for space. It's Sapp.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Gets the back moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sapp. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Now with a red zone opportunity.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, running back on the move. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 12 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to get outside. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, and that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Northwestern right back to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got it in the middle, it's Akers. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down.
And a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Akers. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Gets it out fast. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Off play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. And you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They march to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been.
Brings him to the open. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. We reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Glover. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the quarterback takes a knee. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Leaves it with the running back. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Minnesota.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He's not going to make it, and they'll turn it over on downs, and we're going to have a fight to the finish. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.